Yo, what's good, bro? Today I'm going to show you my top 10 favorite effects plugins to making crazy samples. Let's dive right in. So I've just pulled up a quick MIDI from one of my kits. This is what it sounds like with no effects. I chose a piano to demonstrate all the effects. We'll start off with number 10, RC20, the one you all know already. But it's just in my top 10 because it's just a fire plugin. It just has a lot of great vinyl VHS sounds that can add some life to your samples. At number 9 we have Looperator, which is a very unique plugin. You can use it for drums as well. Sometimes I use it on a hi-hat. But essentially what it does, it has different sections where you can add filters, where you can add effects, you can add envelopes, where you can like replay the loops and stuff. And they have also a ton of presets, and we're gonna just click through some of the presets. Some of these presets don't sound too nice, so I'm just gonna show you what I like to do with it. So what I do most of the times, I go into the loop section, choose this reverse feature, and then I extend it. So it's a long reverse, which makes a loop reverse after every few bars. Which gives it a nice ending, as you can tell. Sometimes I always also like to add some reverb, just on certain notes. You can really do anything you want. You can add vowels in there. There's a lot of things you can do. Alright, speaking of reverse, we have number 8, which is called Initial Reverse. And this one's super cheap too. This one is like $10, but essentially what it does, it reverses the whole melodies. It's like a halftime, but for reverse. So you can select the bar length you want it reversed, and then it starts just reversing it. You can also adjust the dry wet knob, and it basically sounds like this. And what I like to do with it is just have it on like 25% wet, so it adds a nice little background texture to the whole melody. Number 7, this is where things get very unique. Have you ever heard of the Absinthe 5 Master Effects? I haven't either for the longest time, but it pretty much has everything you need. And I really like the combination folders, which has a lot of dope presets which can completely change the sound. Just have a lot of unique things you can add to your melodies to make them more interesting. Number 6, Halftime. This is an all-time classic again, but I just want to show you certain things you can do with halftime to actually make it more interesting. So this is just a normal halftime effect we all know. Already sounds kind of fire, but sometimes what I like to do is change this smooth here to effects, and this is how it sounds like. So you always have that sliding up at the end of the bar. What I also like to do is to play with the length. So for example, if you put it to 1/8, it's still the same pattern of the notes played, but it's just half timed. The sound is half timed, but it's still the same notes played. So I don't really use the 4x at all. Sometimes I use the 1.5x, which gives it a unique new bounce, which sounds like this. But just make sure every time you use the 1.5x, you want to also go into the MIDI and pitch it up 5 semitones. Because what the 1.5x does, it pitches it down 5 semitones and not a whole octave. So it won't sound nice with all your other melodies. Number 5, we have Effect Rack, which is unbelievably fire. And most times I either use the crystallizer, which gives it a reverse delay kind of thing, which sounds like this. You can also go in there and change the pitch, so it pitches it up. And don't sleep on the presets as well. At number 4, we have my all-time favorite reverb, the Brown reverb. I use it in every sample I make, and it's just a nice big reverb. I think it comes with Contact. I'm not too sure though. Yeah, let's take a listen how it sounds on that piano. So it's just a big reverb, but the cool thing about it is that they also have a lot of presets in there, which can give you a unique sounding effect as well. And I definitely like to play around with those presets as well. Getting into the top 3 now, my third favorite effect plugin is Guitar Rig 6, and you can use it for all kinds of melodies, not just for guitars. Of course it's fire on guitars too, but they have a lot of dope presets you can use on any instrument you want. Yeah, they have a lot of dope presets which add a lot of distortion, texture, reverb, whatever you want. We arrived at the top 2. The second best plugin I really like is Shaperbox 2. It's from the same guys as the Halftime. They also have the Halftime in there, but just with more things. They have overdrive, they have noise, they have volume, they have a big crusher, they have filters, they have panning automations, and they have stereo animations as well. They have also a lot of presets you can try. Yo, I've been sleeping on those presets, I'm not gonna lie. Because I mostly use it just for adding a padding automation or adding a sidechain automation or adding some unique effect here. But the presets are super fire as well. Now at number 1 we have Portal. If you're still sleeping on Portal, I honestly can't help you, bro, you're just lost. But Portal is just insane, especially when you get like extension packs from other producers. Me, for example, I've dropped my Vision MIDI kit, which has a Portal bank with 15 presets in there. It's completely free. You can check it out in the link in the description and just grab that if you have Portal already and just use the presets. But essentially what Portal does, it changes completely the sounds and it adds some grain to it. So let's go through some presets with the thing. They also have a lot of fire templates on their own, or you can check out other banks from like Macrolens, for example, and go crazy with them, because Portal is like one of the best things if you want to flip samples, if you want to add unique stuff to your melodies, if you want to add unique layers, if you want to transform phrases into more unique stuff. Portal is the way to go, but also make sure to always export it and cut the first few 1 to 2 bars, because sometimes with some presets the effect doesn't really start until like 3rd bar, so you need to export like 8 bars and then duplicate the 4 to 8 bar to the on the 1 to 4 bar as well, if that makes sense. That was my top 10 favorite plugins. If you have any other plugins, just leave them in the comments below. I'd be super excited to check them out as well. And if you want to know how I save and organize my music to get more placements, check this video out.